Triangle S and triangle L are scaled copies of one another. Triangle M is also a scaled copy of S. The scale factor from S to M is 3/2. What is the scale factor from M to S? So when we start to think about this question, there's a couple of things that I think are important. We do have a picture for triangles S and L, but we don't have a picture for triangle M. For me, that's really hard. I like to see images of what I'm working on. We do know that the scale factor from S to M, which we don't have a picture of, is 3/2. And the question that we're asking is what the scale factor is going from M to S. Again, we don't have an image for M. For me then, the first thing I did was I drew a picture of M just because I needed to see it in my head. So I know that I'm going to pick this bottom measurement here, this horizontal line on the triangle. I know that for triangle S, it's 2 units. And for triangle M, it's going to be 3 units. And I know it's going to be 3 units because it says that the scale factor from S to M is 3/2. So I'm going to go from S to M by multiplying. So I'll take 2, multiply it by 3/2. And when I do that, it gives me an answer of 3. So that means that the length, this distance, is 3 units. Now that I know the distance, I can start to put these together in a different order, which is what happens when we're asking, okay, what is the scale factor going from M to S? So we've reversed the order. So when we were building triangle M, we were using a scale factor of 3/2. So 3/2 is a growing scale factor because it's a scale factor greater than 1. I can tell looking at the image that when I'm talking about going from triangle M to triangle S, I'm looking for a shrinking scale factor. That's a scale factor between 0 and 1. So to make the scale factor, if I had been going the other direction, right, if I'd been going from S to M, I would have put the new measurement of S, which is 2, and I would have put that over the original measurement of 3. So the correct answer here is 2/3. If you chose 1.5 or 1.5, then what you did is you started to set this up, right? You maybe found the distance for 3, or maybe you knew that you could take the 2 numbers that were given to us in the scale factor from S to M, and you could work with those. But there's a couple of things. If the scale factor from S to M is 3/2, then the scale factor from M to S can't be the same. So 1/2 is equal to 3/2. So when they said that the scale factor on here, it said the scale factor from S to M is 3/2, then you knew right there that the scale factor from M to S could not also be 3/2, and that meant it could not also be 1.5 or 1.5. So right here, I knew that my answer couldn't be 1.5. But if you picked 1.5 or 1.5, then what I think you did is I think you reversed the order of the numbers, and you forgot that you need to use the value for your new image to be your numerator and the value of your original to be your denominator. And that would be 2/3 rather than 3/2 or 1.5.